How did I get 1 million subscribers? Well, definitely wasn't easy. It was a long journey, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of early mornings, fantastic reward at the end, and the best job I've ever had. My name is James. I am the box office artist. I've been on YouTube for over 10 years, and I would love to share some of my knowledge with you. A lot of you want to be aspiring artists. A lot of you want to be YouTubers. A lot of you want to be social media artists, and I think that's absolutely fantastic. So I'm going to tell you this part of my journey on how I reached 1 million subscribers. What you're about to listen to is a talk I had at a school I taught at, Centennial College, where they asked me to talk about my journey as an artist. I've been an artist for over 20 years, now making YouTube my full-time living. And if you wanted to listen to part 1, where I actually go through my entire career, my career in comic books, my career in visual effects, in film, you can check out part 1 in the link down below. But what I talk about in this specific video here is how I got my gold play button, because I know some of you want yours as well. All the while I'm doing this, I'm going to recreate a very favorite comic book cover of mine. This is Avengers number 4, drawn by the late great Jack Kirby. And I'm gonna draw this in my style while I tell you my story of how I got my channel to where it is today. But while you listen to this, a few things. Number 1, let me know your goals. Let me know in the comments down below. Do you want to be an artist? Do you want to be a YouTuber? Let me know down below. And also let me know how long you think it's gonna take and the steps you need to take to get there, okay? And any questions, any concerns you have, I would love to know. Let me know in the comments down below. But once again, this is my talk at Centennial College. And if you want me to talk at your school or your function, I would love to do so also. There's a contact down below where you can reach me as well. But here is my talk, and we're gonna start off from my beginning YouTube years when I first published my first few videos, and this is my reaction to that. So I did I'd say about 5, 6 of these, and there's no traction at all. Okay, again, this is 2013. People love the drawing, they hated my analysis. I'll say that, right? But my friend at Spin, one of my good friends, he called me up and he said, hey, you know what, we really need your help on this project, why don't you come back on? So I put the channel on the back burner. It's like, okay, that was fun, time to go back to work. The injury that happened, everything was healing up fine, so we were okay. And I started working myself up again in the VFX industry. I got to a company called Pixamundo, and I was actually getting in more into the senior territory. I started teaching here. I started teaching here as well. So I was finally making money after all this time. In 2015, one of my best friends, she tagged me in one of them Facebooks. It was like a Facebook thing where they go, here's 3 pieces of my art. And then they tag people. If you're tagged, you also have to post 3 pieces of your art per day, something like that. So she tagged me. And I said to myself, okay, I haven't touched my YouTube channel in a while. Why don't I do this on YouTube? So I started doing this drawing on YouTube. And that's when the fire came back. That's when I really enjoyed doing the YouTube again. Because I wanted to continue on with the YouTube channel, I did what I could. I had a full-time job. So I found myself waking up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. I'd get up at 3. I'd draw for 2, 3 hours, edit the video, you have breakfast, head into work. That was my day. Because I was having a lot of fun. I enjoyed what I did. To the point where I realized to myself there were 2 things I really loved. I loved teaching and I loved doing videos. And as much as I love VFX, sorry guys, as much as I like VFX, I liked it a lot, it wasn't what I really wanted to do. Now I was getting older, getting a little long in the tooth here. I was 38 at the time. In the summer of 2016, that's when I quit my job. I actually gave them 6 weeks because they needed me to finish the project. I'm like, okay, I'll do what it takes to finish this project, let me go. To go pretty much full YouTube. Now I was teaching a lot. I was teaching here. I was teaching in Maximum a little bit. But I really didn't have a plan. I didn't have a plan. All I knew is I wanted to do art my way and on my own terms before it was too late. Whatever we think too late is. I was 38. I wanted to give it a try before I hit 40. And that was my big thing. One thing I wanted to do was do a Star Wars piece. Okay, and if you look back at my vlogs, I actually talk about that as my early vlogs in 2016. I say, I'm gonna draw the Star Wars piece that has every character in it. And then I thought to myself, a lot of people's done that. What if I did a Star Wars piece that kind of encapsulated the whole series? All the scenes, all of them together, and I'm gonna do it on my YouTube channel. And that's what I did. The whole thing was 14 feet long, 5.5 feet tall. It took me 7 months, over 450 hours of footage, the actual filming. Probably took me a lot longer. I would say over 1,000 hours of actual work. And I did this for free, for me. Nobody told me to do this. It was just something I wanted to do. I had a buddy, he owns the Alamo City Comic Con.
He said, James, why don't you bring it here? Give you this whole wall display. I'll give you this, you can present for everybody, and that's what I did. So I finished this off, and then I was like, okay, I guess I'm done, I guess. But a couple things came out of this. And again, I wasn't expecting this. So I got a little shout from them, I got a little articles written about me, and then I got a call from Lucasfilm. And he said, hey, why don't you bring it down here? So this is what happened then.
Star Wars fans always blow my mind with their talent, and today we got to welcome one here into Lucasfilm to show off his amazing project. James Reyes is here with his entire saga-spanning hand-drawn art piece, and it covers everything. I was impressed with what I saw online, but I didn't realize just how deep this goes. I could literally stare at this for hours.
After that happened, I'm like, I'm done. Time to go back to work. Here's the problem. I've been away from work for a couple years now, or about a year or so. Problem was I was senior artist, which means I made a lot of money, right? For the price of me, they could get 2 students in at that time. I couldn't find a job. So I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just keep going with the YouTube then. That's the case. So I started making a video a day, started doing different things, started tweeting people, just at random, tweeting celebrities, tweeting nothing. Nobody would reply. Nobody would reply, but then one day I sent a tweet out to these guys. This was in September. Kevin Feige and Bob Iger. You don't know them? Kevin Feige, the guy who runs all the Marvel movies. Bob Iger owns Disney. I just threw this out at like 2 in the morning. Whatever, I saw Kevin tweeting. And the next day, I get a DM from Disney's marketing manager. He messaged me, he's like, hey James, Kevin saw your stuff and he likes it. We want to do something, we're not sure yet, what yet, just know you're on our radar. I've heard stuff like that before, and they haven't turned anything into anything. So I didn't want to get too excited at the time. Fast forward a few months later, in January, they call me up again. And he goes, hey James, we got this little movie coming out. It's called Avengers Infinity War. What do you think you could do for us in 5 weeks? 5 weeks. 5 weeks. And I said to myself, you know what, I could draw like this little, you know, maybe just do like one big action scene or whatever. But then I knew they were hiring me for a reason. I knew they were hiring me because they saw this. And this is what I did. This piece was shown in a few theaters around the world. They would have these big installations. This is in LA. And actually, you can't see this. My name's very tiny, right there. That's my name there. If you get close, it's a little bigger. But they would have the piece on one side. They would have my bio on the middle. And on the other side, they would actually have all the videos of me drawing the piece. This was in LA, the UK. This is in China. All over the world, they had this particular piece here. What happened though, and you know, you're on this high, right? Because of what happened, I said, you know what, I'm done. How can you get higher than this? I'm good. I'm going to go back to work. At this time, I only had, well, I would say only, it's a lot. I had about 60,000 subscribers then. My channel didn't blow up yet. So I started doing videos again. And then I did this particular video with my son. My son came home one day with this little drawing of this character, and I'm like, oh man, that's so cool. Can I redraw it, right? And I'll make it a series on my channel called Son Design Dad's Drawing. And all of a sudden, I started getting a lot of views on this one. This video was my first video to hit over 1 million views. And this jumped my subscribers from 60 to 100 overnight, almost overnight, like in a few days. So I got my silver play button. And then I just kind of kept going. Trying new things, trying different things. This one here, 15 million views, I took people's names and I drew their characters out of their names. This 10 million view one, I took Marvel and DC characters and I fused them together and created new characters out of them. This one here got 8 million views because I said most detailed stick man ever. Because I had the series where I do a most detailed drawing ever. You saw this, I have this here. And people, everyone in the comments, I bet you can't draw the most detailed stick man ever, haha. And that's what I did that, 8 million views. I started getting all these different viral videos up to the point where it brought me to where I am today. However, I had this one video that I remember it was the morning. I had to leave in 2 hours. I really wanted a video out. I'm like, what can I do? I got to do something quick. Okay, I just want something up. So I said, okay, I'll tell you what. There's this challenge going around where you draw something for 10 minutes, for 1 minute, and then 10 seconds. And I said, okay, I'll just draw, I don't know, Iron Man, 10 minutes, 1 minute, 10 seconds. That's what I did. Took, we do the math, 11 minutes and 10 seconds to draw, right? About an hour to put it together and upload. I was out the door. Next thing I know, the thing hit 20 million views. This particular one. I have no idea why. I don't know. I have the Star Wars video I worked 7 months on, 450 hours. Nowhere near the viewage of this. That video's only landed like 300,000 views. But that's what got me to get my golden play button.
Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you learned something. Again, let me know in the comments down below. What are your goals? What are your aspirations? What troubles are you facing? I would love to know and hopefully address in a future video. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. Hopefully you enjoy this art up here. Whatever this art is, whatever it looks like, let me know in the comments down below what you think as well. And don't forget to subscribe. My name is James. I'll see you next time.